All right, we are back. Peanut Gallery, take it away.
Yeah, so Nikki Garcia is filing for divorce.
Yes.
That is pretty much all I have to say about that.
She also,
and it is a direct result of this.
Yes, she also she also made she also made a appearance on a show.
I don't remember what show.
It was like a couple of days after the incident happened. So,
but she did not. I don't think she acknowledged what happened.
I don't think it would be wise to.
No.
It's like, why?
She did release a statement, but that was unrelated to the show. And
was it her or was it her attorney?
It was her who released that statement, but she has contacted divorce lawyers. So essentially what's happening is she is going to file for divorce.
This is a perfect example of what we talked about the last time, where immediate Nikki Garcia is smart.
Yes.
She also has to think about her kid, too.
Right. She does.
She's now attached to him because he's dad. So
yeah, he is. Don
Callis.
Don Callis is going to be the other announcer for Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling.
So it's going to be Don Callis and Mauro Ranallo. Wow, that's pretty solid.
That's going to be a pretty solid team.
Oh yeah.
But that's all I have about that one. It's kind of cool though because Don Callis obviously has a lot of history with working. He's
also good with commentary.
Yeah, he is.
So
and he has a lot of history with Scott D'Amore as well because they were both the co-presidents of TNA for a long time.
Right.
So I'm not really surprised about that.
No.
One. Another person who left TNA. Giselle Shaw is also going to be very prominently featured on Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling.
Yes.
And you know why that's the case.
Because she's I'm not sure who's the one who's boinking in this situation, but she's boinking the boss. So
yeah.
And then to what I heard is that she was actually fired from TNA, and one of the reasons is that apparently Trey Miguel sort of outed her as transgender to Anthem. But I'm like, if that is
Anthem would not do something like that because
also Anthem
is a Canadian company and Canadians are like
don't care.
They're more okay with it than us Americans are.
Yeah.
But
I don't know where Trey Miguel went into that, but this is the rumor mill. I didn't talk about it because it was like a nothing burger.
Right. So yeah, a lot of people, I mean, Giselle Shaw never really won any championships.
She was close.
She was close a few times, but yeah,
she was prominent.
It was about time for her to fuck off to Maple Leaf. You knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
So a lot of Giulia this week. Not only was it her debut a week ago,
she's facing Chelsea Green on NXT next week.
She also challenged Roxanne Perez for the title. I think is going to be at the premiere of the NXT premiere at the CW. Not sure if she's going to win. They would be smart to put the belt on her.
Well, because Roxanne Perez really doesn't need this belt at this point. She needs to go to main.
She does need to go to main roster.
But at the same time, she just got back in here.
Yeah, she did. It's really a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, it really is.
I mean, if they want to keep the strap on her, she has to do some bullshit to get disqualified, which I feel like is going to happen.
Yeah, I have a feeling. You know, they also have Stephanie Vaquer as well.
But Stephanie Vaquer, I think she's still going through the visa process. I don't know how long that's going to take. But
well, I don't even know where it is.
I don't know either.
Status-wise now,
because there's no information on it.
You could do something like that where Stephanie Vaquer and Giulia have a rivalry,
but you're not going to have that.
Well, that would be a way to wheel your way out of this too.
But yeah, anyways, we talked about this. So Ricky Starks, he claimed that he's not turning down any ideas that are presented to him. Which
we already talked about this.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, we did. We already talked about it.
All right, never mind. Moving on. We talked about Kevin Kelly and the Tate twins.
That's why we need notes and to talk.
Well. Okay, so Swerve Strickland bought his childhood home, and it essentially was being used as a prop for Hangman Page. Actually, the visuals on this looked pretty good from what I saw.
Now, they burned down the wrong house, but at the same time, I did like how this went.
Now, I have a very mixed feeling about the whole Hangman Page and Swerve Strickland rivalry. I get that it's a blood feud, and blood feuds tend to, blood feuds in general are like on and off for periods of time. I just don't know if they over-egg the pudding on it.
I don't think so. I think this was a good way because Swerve Strickland's going to take some time off.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah, he's taking time off. MJF is also taking time off, which is why they did the Daniel Garcia thing. We'll talk about that in a bit.
Yeah.
But this was a way to get him off of TV for at least a couple of months.
Yes, it was.
Now, is he going to be there in Tacoma? I don't know.
Again, I think the person that Bryan Danielson is going to face in Tacoma is going to be the person to retire him. So
he has to face Hangman. Mm-hmm. I think Hangman has all of this momentum right now. He does.
He has a lot of momentum.
I could actually see him win the title.
Yeah, and I hope it's not one of the BCC members that betrayed him.
They didn't betray Hangman Page.
No, Bryan Danielson.
Yeah.
So Tony Khan news. So he has said that he did sign a deal. Well, he didn't say that he signed with the. Actually, he said the opposite. He said that a deal was not signed, but he did imply that AEW on TNT is going to be a thing for a long time to come. He was not. I don't think he was sober when he said that.
He was not sober. But the thing is that I just saw a story that came out that there was like a 90% chance that there will be an announcement next week. So
of course,
how close that is, because he's been saying that for a while now. And keep this in mind, people. This is really getting uncomfortably
They have the deal until the end of the year, but they need to sign the new contract soon, because if they don't, then they have to find something else.
There is a window of opportunity for a contract to be signed. You just can't sign the contract and then it's extended. There is a process when it comes to television where you sign it, because keep in mind, when they announced NXT was going to the CW, look at how long it was between the actual announcement and when they're going to debut. What about the same thing with USA and SmackDown? They actually paid more to go there early for that. So I don't know. I think the people, are they going to sign a TV deal? I want to say yes, but at the same time,
I think it's pretty much at this point set in stone that they are going to sign a new contract. The other thing too is that an interesting trademark was filed by AEW.
Shockwave.
AEW Shockwave, and I am not sure exactly what they are going to do with that concept.
I swear to God, if it's another television show, they're fucking morons. They can't pop a rating for shit.
That is the theory. Also, a potential pay-per-view name as well. That's
such a dumb fucking name for a pay-per-view. They have plenty of other pay-per-view names that work better.
But anyways, that's all the Tony Khan news that I have for this week. So a lot of contracts were signed this week. So Asuka extended her contract. Cedric Alexander signed a new contract. Essentially, his contract season in WWE now. Let's see who else signed. I know one other prominent name signed a contract, and it wasn't Randy Orton.
Randy Orton did sign a contract.
Shayna Baszler signed a new WWE contract.
I saw that one. Randy Orton did too.
Yeah. But that's a lot of big contracts this week.
I'm gonna take out of your vocabulary here soon.
Okay.
It's just like oh my God, please.
We talked about Hulk Hogan stuff,
and I think that's it. Yep.
Then I think I forgot to send you this, but there was some Vince McMahon news as well about the
lawsuit.
The lawsuit. So the doctor withdrew the complaint. So that's going to go forward, and then Netflix released their trailer for the Vince McMahon.
It looks pretty good.
It does. So I don't remember who saw the preview of these episodes early, but there was someone who did, and they said it was pretty good.
That's right.
It did dive into some pretty heavy hitting topics.
Well, of course, it has
like the steroid scandal, the Ring Boy scandal,
Chris
Benoit, his issues that are seriously ongoing at the moment.
Ouster,
they just go into it.
I'm very curious. I guess WWE's not happy with it.
What are they supposed to do about it? It's produced by Netflix. Netflix can do whatever the hell they want.
Right, exactly.
And Vince McMahon is not signed with the company, so he can pretty much say whatever he wants to say.
Right.
But what I heard, it was pretty good. So we might cover that on a future episode.
I think so. I think as that trailer came out, I'm more and more inclined to say if there's no pay-per-view or anything, that would be a great sort of... That would be a great placeholder.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it from my end. When we come back, we're going to go over...
We are going to be going over No Mercy
Okay,
first.
the good and the bad of No Mercy.
Yes.
Perfect.